and that's when the car actually overturned. And I must be doing a speed of like 60, 70 at that time. So, but because of the divider, it kind of toppled, and the car was on its roof. The everything, everything got shattered actually, but I was actually scratchless.
Hi guys, how are you all doing? Hope all of you doing well and all of you are safe with your families at home. Well, this of course is the user review section या me and my car section कह सकते हैं. और मेरे साथ आज हैं अंश और इनके पास है पिछले 2-2.5 साल से ये टाटा नेक्सॉन और ये इस गाड़ी के बहुत बड़े फ़ैन हैं जैसे सारे नेक्सॉन यूज़ होते हैं. और क्यों फ़ैन है वो आपको आज बताएंगे. तो अंश, थैंक्स फॉर योर टाइम टुडे. पहले तो ये बताइए कि आपने ये गाड़ी क्यों खरीदी, व्हाट वाज योर बजट एंड व्हाट अदर कार्स डिड यू हैव इन माइंड व्हेन यू प्लानिंग टू बाय दिस कार.
So actually, at that time it was a fresh new model, and I was actually thinking of buying. And it's an interesting story because I was actually buying, planning to buy a premium car, like a premium hatchback car, and I was actually zeroing on I-20. But the moment the prices got revealed at 5.8, I think at that time, it was a very interesting, purchase as such. It was a very good price point where Tata actually priced the car. So it made me actually switch sides and actually upgraded from an I-20 to a Nexon. Of course, there were other cars in the competitive space at that time, but I thought that this was one of the most stylish cars, had more features at that time, and kind of had some trust because of the engine, which Tata offers, which I have heard good things about generally.
So this is the petrol or the diesel?
This one's a petrol top model, which is an XZ Plus, and it's a manual. Yeah.
Ansh, you had a very interesting thing with this car. You had an accident you told me about. So just tell us a little bit about that accident and how this car saved you. And you came out of that accident very completely scratchless actually. So that's something that you need to hear guys because Tata Motors की 5-star rating जो आती है इस गाड़ी पे वो सिर्फ एक स्टिकर नहीं है. It actually works and Ansh is proof of that. So he'll tell you what exactly happened and how he came out of this car completely scratchless.
So a very interesting story. I think around 1 year back, end of September, I was driving around in towards RD City, and I was actually behind a Wagoner, like a cab, and it was a really dark road, and because of that, I had to brake abruptly and had to turn the car immediately and kind of hit the divider, and that's when the car actually overturned. And I must be doing a speed of like 60, 70 at that time. So, but because of the divider, it kind of toppled, and the car was on its roof. The everything got shattered actually, but I was actually scratchless. I stepped outside and I completely checked myself. I was completely scratchless. So the people around were actually surprised knowing that I'm the driver and I'm in such a condition while the car is like that. And I must admit that safety was something that was in top of my mind while buying the car, and it kind of came into this picture where I was actually driving the car and had this accident. But really unfortunate, but I was really lucky to step out of the car completely scratchless rather.
So guys, there you heard it from an owner's mouth that this car is actually very safe. He toppled the car, but even then he came out completely scratchless. And I think Tata Motors has done a good job. The service team and the workshop has done a good job in repairing it. Because इसको देख के गाड़ी को लगता नहीं बिल्कुल भी कि कभी भी इस गाड़ी में कोई एक्सीडेंट हुआ है. स्क्रैचेस है, छोटे मोटे स्क्रैच तो लगते हैं अगर आप दिल्ली NCR में गाड़ी चलाएंगे बम्पर्स वगैरह पे. और उसके अलावा it really looks very scratchless and is a very good car in very good condition. Ansh, in terms of the mileage and the fuel efficiency, what kind of efficiency you're getting and what is the servicing cost because you've kept it for more than 2.5 years now. So just share those details with us a little bit.
So in terms of my ownership experience, I think the car, so it's fairly cheap, or I would say economical to service. An average service for a petrol car like this with Tata usually costs me around like 3,000 to 5,000 for a minor service. And if there's a major service, I may exceed 8,000 at that time. But I think that's justifiable. But other than that, I think it's fairly easy to maintain. In terms of mileage, during summers when I'm usually using the AC a lot, I usually get around 12 to 13. During winters, naturally, it's better. So it's somewhere around 14 to 15 where I'm getting in the city. Highways, actually, I can exceed the company claimed 17 kilometer per hour, which at least it shows on the MID display, which usually runs around 18. I don't know how true that is, but yeah. But I get some great mileage figures, at least on highway and city as well.
Well, so guys, I think Ansh has given us quite a few details about the car. Now let's talk to him inside the car. Let's take the car for a spin and talk about the other things about the driving bits, his plus points about the car, some negatives also, because every owner thinks that a car can be improved. So let's talk about those things when we jump inside and drive it around. Let's take this car for a spin. तो हम आ गए गाड़ी के अंदर. हम अंश से अब सवाल पूछते हैं गाड़ी की ड्राइविंग के बारे में. अंश, टेल अस लिटिल बिट अबाउट द पॉजिटिव्स ऑफ दिस कार, द नेक्सॉन पेट्रोल दैट यू ड्राइविंग, और चलाने में कैसी है और डिफरेंस क्या है इस गाड़ी को हैचबैक से, बिकॉज यू सेड कि मैं एक i20 लेने जा ही रहा था, ऑलमोस्ट बुक करा दी थी गाड़ी. सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक इज द बिग डिफरेंस, एंड डू यू प्रेफर दिस कार इन टर्म्स ऑफ ड्राइविंग, और वुड यू हैव प्रेफर्ड अ हैचबैक, स्पेशली दैट यू ड्राइव इन द सिटी अ लॉट? तो उसके बारे में थोड़ा हमें बताइए.
Okay, so from a driving point of view, I think it's a fairly nice car to drive. I love the suspension setup. It's quite even. Even through bad potholes or bad surfaces, the car easily glides over them. The fact that one thing that I like the most is the steering feel. I feel even when I'm driving the car on a highway, it's not too lightweight, which some of the other cars I felt with. That थोड़ा सा श्योरिटी नहीं रहता है, ऐसा लगता है थोड़ा सा मूव करता है स्टीयरिंग. So that I felt is quite nice in this car. I've got some couple of negatives as well, just to highlight. I feel city में it is, as a manual model at least, city में there is some problem with stop go जैसे traffic होता है. The car takes some time to kind of pick up pace, especially when I'm stopping and moving constantly. And it takes somewhere around I need to really raise the throttle to just get the best out of it.
It's not very responsive, that's what you're saying.
I feel it could have been better, even though on sports mode it's better on sports mode, but there are times when I'm just driving on eco and or maybe on city where it really needs to be pushed to get the best out of the car. So that's overall, I mean, in terms of the driving feel.
Okay. So you mentioned about the modes. A lot of people think it's just a gimmick. Do these modes actually work? Do you actually get different fuel economy? Are they different to drive? Do you feel thoda different
Driving them?
Yeah, so when it comes to the modes, I feel they should have just given us two modes, like a sport or an eco, because the difference between the city and the sports mode is very nominal. So there's not much difference. Eco I've seen is quite significant in terms of saving fuel. It does give me at least 1 kilometer per hour, 1 kilometer per liter more as mileage during city driving and everything. But yeah, that's the overall thing. Sports, I think, is obviously the best one to drive, but not much difference between city and sports. Eco, it gets really low. I mean, in terms of picking up the car, I need to really push the throttle. It feels almost like a CNG car. So yeah, so that's the overall feel on eco mode at least.
Talking about CNG, have you ever thought about retrofitting CNG to the car? Yeah, you think its performance all down ho jayega?
I am the sort of person who really do not want to fit a retrofit in the car, because it will technically mess up with the entire system. That's my belief at least. So
I don't think you drive also that much.
Not much. So my running usually is between 40 kilometers to 45 kilometers a day, which I feel is not enough for me to spend on a CNG or maybe a diesel for that matter.
And
Yeah.
how much have you driven in the last 2.5 years that you've had this car?
So I've driven it for 33. It says 33,000 kilometers. I think it would have been more had it not been the lockdown and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my running through.
And you've been on long distance journeys? You've been...
Yes. I think I've made quite a few long distance journeys, mostly around 1,000-kilometer trips. And I think that's the overall thing. So in terms of driving, at least,
on
yeah,
the
how
highway,
much?
you think the power for the petrol engine is decent?
It's quite nice. I feel it's quite nice. It picks up pace very nice. At least even if the initial bit is where I have to struggle, the mid is quite nice. So when I'm driving and I need to change speeds right across, so it's fairly easy on highway to overtake and everything.
Okay, so you're quite satisfied with the driving bits of the car, more or less?
More or less, yes. More or less, yes. I feel they could have given us a better. I feel they could have given us better acceleration to the first half, at least when I start, the car and everything.
Okay.
So in the initial phase, it could have been better.
And any cons that you have, any negatives you think that Tata can improve this? Maybe with the car, maybe with the servicing, maybe with the after sales. Do you think that there is room for improvement?
Absolutely. I mean, no car is perfect, and so is the case with this one. What I feel is that at least the quality could have been better. I think there are some some hard plastics and some panel gaps which I feel is not a standard that they have maintained. I feel in terms of the quality they could have bettered that, and I think they have done it with the new models. If not now,
Slightly
so
improved,
yes. So that's the thing. In terms of service, I feel even though Tata is quite famous for giving these 100 out of 100 satisfaction levels, I still feel there is some gap in terms of the service. Durations of service, the time it takes to service a car, to return the car, and the quality that you receive after getting the service done can be improved
So you're not very
significantly.
satisfied with the after sales, like servicing part of it, you're not very happy.
I've experienced better with other manufacturers. I've experienced better servicing experience in general. So that's the overall experience.
So guys, I think you've got the gist of the whole thing. Ansh is very happy, more or less, with his Nexon. It's been with him for 2.5 years. और इस गाड़ी ने इनकी जान बचाई एक तरीके से देखा जाए तो ऑब्वियसली हैप्पी होना बनता ही है. थोड़ा बहुत आफ्टर सेल्स को लेके, सर्विसिंग को लेके कह रहे हैं कि शिकायत के मौके देते हैं कभी कभी सर्विस सेंटर वाले, बट आई थिंक दैट्स समथिंग विच द सर्विस सेंटर इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर, नॉट रियली टाटा मोटर्स, बट हाँ टाटा मोटर्स डेफिनेटली उसमें भी कुछ थोड़ा काम कर सकते हैं. इंप्रूवमेंट्स आ रही हैं, थोड़ा टाइम लग रहा है लेकिन आ रही हैं. So let me know which other car you want and what other kind of user reviews you want in this section. You can comment over here in the comments box, or also you can write to me on my Instagram, and we'll definitely try and get those cars covered as well. So thanks Ansh for being with us today.
Thank you so much.
And thanks for your honest feedback and your opinions, and I'm sure it'll help all our viewers with the right decision making process when they're considering the Tata Nexon. It's bye for now guys, and see you in the next one.